Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome back to the Owlery. Today is Vlogmas Day 6 and I'm going to give you guys 25 facts about me. Some of them might be bookish, some of them might be not. I couldn't come up with 25 non-bookish facts about me and I couldn't come up with 25 bookish facts about me, so I kind of just combined them together. I'm pretty boring, I guess, but let's go ahead and get started. The very first book series that I read that made me fall in love with fantasy was the Pendragon series by DJ McHale. I am obsessed with my library. I literally have like 15 to 20 library books checked out at one time. If you guys ever see, I don't know if you can see the whole thing right here, but there's like a whole stack of library books that I keep on the top of my bookshelf constantly, just because I like having the variety and I like having choices, and I'm just literally always there. I was even on the board for my library for a little while. It was actually not the board for the library, it was the board for the Friends of the Library, which is like a nonprofit organization that supports the library financially, and that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I didn't have time to really commit a lot to it, and so I had to unfortunately leave, but I'm obsessed with my library and I'm literally there all the time, and yeah, I'm a constant user of my library. I have two younger brothers who are like my entire world, Daniel and Matthew, and they just mean so much to me. I actually have two tattoos of their names on my ankles, and I don't know where my life would be without them. I have been diagnosed with bipolar disorder since I was 12 years old, and I was really inspired by Emma Book's video about her mental health journey, and I've always wanted to do a video about it ever since then, but I'm really scared to talk about my mental health and the journey that I've been on to become the person that I am today. But if you guys are interested in hearing that story, let me know down in the comments below and maybe I'll do a video on it. I will not read the book after I've seen the movie, and vice versa. I'm really bad about seeing the movie after I've read the book. It's a really bad habit of mine. I try my hardest not to see the movie before I've read the book, but if I do happen to see the movie, it's very, very difficult for me to go back and read the book for some reason. I feel like I've already consumed the story, and I just can't do it. And that kind of leads me to my next fact about me, is that I don't reread ever. Like, never, ever, never, ever. I don't think I've ever reread a book that I can recall. I mean, I think I've reread Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Wow, and the Sorcerer's Stone. Both are right, but I just brain farted on that word. Anyway, yeah, there are very few book series or books in general that I've reread. I've also reread Pendragon a couple of times, but those are the only books I think I've ever reread, which is why it's hard for me to watch the movie after, or hard for me to read the book after I read the movie or watch the movie, because I feel like I've already consumed the story and it would kind of be like rereading for me, and it's not exciting for me if I already know the ending. So yeah, I have 6 tattoos and 3 piercings. I guess 4 piercings if you count. Both of my ears are pierced. I have my nose pierced, but I never wear my ring for that, and I think it's closed up by now. And then I have my lip piercing, and then I have 6 tattoos. I have a really big tattoo on my leg that I got for my dad, and I have one on my shoulder that I got from my mom. I have my 2 brothers' names on my ankles. I have a Minnie and Mickey Mouse on my other shoulder, and I have the words Vita Mirabilis tattooed on my thigh, which means life of wonders in Latin, and it just reminds me that life is beautiful and worth living. Another really bad habit of mine is I always dog ear the pages of books. My mom made me this like bookmark holder, and it has like 50,000 bookmarks in it. She even made me some bookmarks, like handmade them. This is a bookworm, and this one has BB-8 on there, which is like the cutest thing ever, if I can get it out. There we go. And like, she just made me a bunch of them, and they're just like the cutest things ever, but I never use them because I'm really bad at dog-earing my pages, and I kind of forget that I have a whole bunch of these awesome bookmarks. I mean, my little brother even did this one for me. Oh no, it's bent. But it's the Ravenclaw, and they're amazing, and I love them, but I can't stop dog-earing my pages. I am the worst at judging a book by its cover. If a book has a really hideous cover, I won't read it. There has to be like some extreme extenuating extenuating circumstances. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but there has to be some extreme circumstances for me to read a book that has a very hideous cover. I'm really bad at judging books by their cover, but if it has a beautiful cover, I will read it all day long. When I'm not reading and I just want to veg out, I am obsessed with several TV shows. Once Upon a Time, Grey's Anatomy is my big one. How to Get Away with Murder, This Is Us is amazing. This is like a new show that's so good. You guys have to watch it. What else do I really like? I really like Shark Tank. I love TV shows and I'm obsessed with them, and I try not to watch a lot of TV, but when I have a down minute or two, I'll definitely catch up on some of the shows that I am missing on, because I don't have cable. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is my living room to my one-bedroom apartment, and we don't have a TV, we don't have cable, we have Hulu and Netflix and Amazon Prime, and that's about it for us to watch TV shows. And so, but it lets me read a lot more. Like, not having cable is a godsend when it comes to reading, because it gives me an excuse to read when I don't really have anything else to do. Another obsession of mine is Pokemon Go. I am like obsessed with Pokemon Go. I play it a lot. I don't play as much as like some people do, but I really have to catch these Pidgey, you guys. Hold on. Okay, let's see if I catch the Pidgey. But yeah, no, I just love Pokemon Go. I am Team Mystic. I am level 30, which I am pretty proud of, and I really enjoy playing Pokemon Go. If you guys play Pokemon Go, let me know your level and your team in the comment section, and we can, like, well, I almost dropped my phone, and we can talk about it. But no, yeah, I really, really like playing Pokemon Go. I read a lot of issue comics like this. They're only like $3 or $4 a piece, so I love going to the comic book store and getting, like, you know, I'll spend $20 on this and get like 4 different stories from 4 different graphic novels, whereas if I spend wow, my phone, that was really loud. Whereas if I spend $20 at the comic book store on like one trade paperback, I'll only get 1 story out of it. So I like spending and getting these like single issue comics to get lots of different stories about it, and like, I'm obsessed with these. If you guys have any questions about single issue comics, let me know. Maybe I'll do a video about it. My favorite genre is fantasy and science fiction, and my least favorite genre that I really don't like reading is contemporary romance. Historical fiction is actually the genre that got me into reading. I read a lot of Flipper Gregory when I was younger because she's like the queen of historical fiction. My favorite time eras are like early American history, or like Tudor era England or Victorian era England, and I just love reading about all things historical fiction. I also read a lot of these when I was younger. These are the Dear America books, and it's historical fictions written in diary form about fictional people surrounded by real historical events. Like this one is about a girl who is living in the 19-teens during the suffragette movement. This one is about a girl who was on the Titanic, and this one was about a girl during the Civil War. So I really liked, you know, reading these, and they were just really, really enjoyable. And I was a history major in college, and that was just something that I was really, really into when I was younger. I really only read new releases. It is, again, harder for me to read books that are back order or like older releases, because I just like reading what's new and what's popular and what's fresh and what's everyone talking about right now. So the vast majority of my books that I read per year are 2016 releases, and I really enjoy that. I like reading books before most everybody else, and I will read a couple of books that are, you know, from previous years, but most of my reading is of books that are brand new releases. Disney is a huge passion of mine. Me and my brother are Disney buddies, and we go to Disney as much as we possibly can. Our sister actually got us a year pass to Disney for Christmas last year, and it's almost over. Like, we only have a couple more weeks to use it before it is expired, and me and my brother were just like practically crying in the car talking about it the other day, because we're just so bummed. I mean, we live in Florida, we live near Orlando, so it's easy for us to know somebody who works at Disney so that we can get in for cheap or for free, so that's really nice. But having that year pass and being able to go whenever we want was a huge thing for us, and we love Disney movies, and we sing all the Disney songs, and just Disney is like one of the biggest parts of my life. I'm obsessed. I love shopping at bookstores and used bookstores and like Barnes & Noble and stuff, but I buy all of my books through Amazon. And I know that's bad because a lot of people have a lot of bad things to say about Amazon, but you just can't beat the price when you're like broke and between jobs and you need a new book and Amazon has it for $12, a new hardcover. You can't beat that. You can't. I love Snapchat. If you guys are big onto Snapchat, definitely add me. My Snapchat handle thing is down below, which really sucks because it's Zizzy Book Babble, and that was my old name for my channel. And if you guys have been here for a while, then you remember Book Babble. But you can't change your Snapchat handle apparently, and that kind of sucks. But if you guys are on Snapchat, definitely look up at my Snapchat name and add me because I am on Snapchat constantly. I am really bad at doing book reviews. If you guys have noticed, there are like no book reviews here on this channel, and that's just because I'm not vocally able to like get my thoughts across. It's really hard for me to script book reviews and like speak them because I just feel like I'm literally talking from a script. So instead of doing video book reviews, I do all of my book reviews on my blog, which is linked down below if you guys want to check that out. But I cannot do video book reviews. So you guys, I'll like kind of sort of talk about my thoughts in my weekly wrap-ups about each book that I've read that week. But other than that, I don't do any book reviews on my channel. If you want to see any reviews for books that I've read, check out my blog. I am learning sign language, and I have had a lot of fun doing that. Me and my brother decided to pick it up on a whim, even though I have been really interested in sign language since I had a miscarriage a couple of years ago. When I was pregnant, I really wanted to do baby sign language when I finally had a baby, and so I learned a little bit of it, and because of my miscarriage I was never able to go through the whole process and everything like that, but I still knew a couple of words in sign language, and so my brother really, like, he had an interest in it as well. He gets customers to his store who are deaf, and so we started learning sign language together, and that was a lot of fun. One of the things that I am most proud of in my booktube kind of career, so to speak, is organizing the Young Adult Booktube Awards. It was a lot of work and a lot of organization and a lot of time and energy spent doing the Young Adult Booktube Awards. Organizing 20 plus people for live shows and for announcement dates and just for everything was a huge ordeal for me, and but I loved every second of it. I loved getting to know other booktubers and organizing this whole event and seeing people interact with it, and it's just a big thing that I really wasn't expecting to be as big as it was, but is really exciting and probably the thing that I'm most proud of. Something I'm most proud of in my personal life is being a nanny and a tutor. I have been doing this for about 8 years now, and I really love it. I love being around children. I love being in the home, helping mothers, and not being able to have kids of my own really gave me kind of this passion for taking care of other people's children, and I really enjoy it. It gives me the flexibility to do stuff that I enjoy, like booktube and blogging and Twitter and Snapchat, because I make my own schedule basically, but it pays well enough where I don't have to work full time, which is really, really nice. So I love my job and I love my hobbies, and I think that's 25 facts about me. So for all of you guys who are watching this, and you wanted to get to know me, that just makes me so happy because I've gained a bunch of subscribers in the last couple of months, and I realize a lot of you really don't know me personally and haven't been here since the beginning. So this is just a way for you guys to get to know me a little bit better. If you guys have any questions about me, or if you want to get to know me better, let me know down in the comments below and I will be happy to answer them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!